The air is still. A faint, pre-dawn chill hangs heavy, thick with the smell of damp earth and yesterday's cordite. In the trenches, there's a rustle, a quiet stirring. This is the stand to. Long before the sun even considers rising, every soldier is awake at their post, rifle in hand, eyes straining into the gloom. Why? Because this liminal space between night and day, this ghostly gray hour, is the most dangerous time on the front line. It's a ritual as old as trench warfare itself. The theory is simple. The poor light provides the perfect cover for an enemy attack. So we stand, we wait, and we watch. Every shadow could be a threat, every whisper of wind a footstep. Your senses are on fire. You hear everything, you see nothing. It's a nerve-wracking, heart-pounding silence that stretches for what feels like an eternity. Your muscles ache from the cold and the tension. Your eyelids feel like lead weights, but you dare not blink. For the new recruits, this is a baptism by fire, or rather, by freezing, silent anticipation. You can see the fear in their wide eyes, the way their knuckles are white on their rifles. The veterans, on the other hand, have a different look. It's a quiet resignation, a focused calm that only comes from staring into the abyss day after day and living to tell the tale. They offer a quiet word, a shared look, a small gesture that says, "I'm here. We're in this together," and then, slowly, almost imperceptibly, the world changes. The inky blackness softens to a deep indigo, then to a soft gray. The first bird might tentatively chirp, a sound so out of place it's almost shocking. You start to see the details of the world again, the jagged line of the trench opposite, the skeletal remains of a tree in no man's land, the glint of dew on a strand of barbed wire. It's a strange, hauntingly beautiful moment. The world is waking up, and so are you, drenched in relief. The order to stand down is a collective exhale. Shoulders slump, a quiet murmur ripples along the line. The immediate danger has passed, but the day has only just begun. Stand to is just the opening act in the long, grueling play of life on the front lines. Now comes the real work. The first order of business is often a brew up. There's something sacred about that first mug of hot, sweet tea. It's a small comfort, a taste of normalcy in a completely abnormal world. It washes away the grit from your throat and warms you from the inside out. As the water boils on a small, smoky fire, talk begins. It's never about the big picture, the grand strategy. It's about the small things, letters from home, a funny story from the night before, a complaint about the rations. These conversations are the glue that holds a unit together. Then, the chores. The front isn't just about fighting. It's about surviving. Trenches are in constant need of repair. Yesterday's shelling has collapsed a section of the wall. Time to get the shovels out. The duckboards are broken, submerged in a foot of mud and water. We need to fix them, or Trenchfoot will claim more men than bullets will. We fill sandbags until our backs scream. We clean our weapons with religious devotion because a jammed rifle is a death sentence, and we try to make our small patch of earth a little more livable, a little more defensible. And all the while, you're aware of the enemy, just a few hundred yards away, doing the exact same things. You might hear their voices carrying on the wind, the clang of their shovels against rock. It's a surreal thought. They stood to at the same time you did. They're brewing their own morning drink. They are men, just like you, caught in the same insane situation. Sometimes, during an unspoken truce, you might even see a head pop over their parapet. A brief, human moment in an inhuman conflict. Then, the calm can shatter in an instant. A single rifle crack, the whistle of an incoming shell, the terrifying rattle of a machine gun. Suddenly, it's back to instinct. You're flat against the earth, heart hammering against your ribs, the taste of fear and dirt in your mouth. The day is a constant seesaw between mind-numbing boredom and heart-stopping terror. There is no in-between. You learn to live with adrenaline as your constant companion. Lunch, if you can call it that, is usually bully beef and hardtack biscuits. You eat it where you stand, always on alert. You learn to savor every bite, to find sustenance in the most unappetizing of meals, because you never know when your next one will be. Every moment is a lesson in appreciating the absolute basics of existence: warmth, food, a dry pair of socks, a moment of quiet. The day wears on. Perhaps it's your turn for sentry duty, staring through a periscope at the desolate landscape of no man's land, reporting any movement. Or maybe you're on a work detail, carrying ammunition or supplies along communication trenches, a backbreaking and dangerous task. Or maybe, if you're lucky, you get a few hours to try and sleep. But sleep is a luxury. It's a fitful, shallow thing, always interrupted by the sounds of war. You learn to sleep with one ear open, ready to be on your feet in a second. As the afternoon light begins to fade, the cycle prepares to repeat itself. There's a different kind of tension in the air now. An anticipation of the coming darkness, and with it, the stand to at dusk. The process begins all over again. We check our weapons, we take our positions, and we prepare to face the night. The sun sets, painting the sky in brilliant, almost mocking colors of orange and red over a landscape of gray and brown. This is the rhythm of the front. It's not the constant action you see in movies. It's a life of waiting. Waiting for the next attack, waiting for the next meal, waiting for the order to go over the top, waiting for a letter from home, waiting for it all to end. And in that waiting, you find a strange sort of life. You find camaraderie in the shared hardship. You find humor in the darkest of places, and you find a strength within yourself you never knew you had. Standing to at dawn is more than just a military tactic. It's a daily confrontation with your own mortality. It's a reminder that you have survived another night. And as you watch the sun rise, a small, stubborn flicker of hope rises with it. The hope that maybe, just maybe, this will be the day you get to go home. Thank you so much for joining me on this look into life on the front lines. It's a world far removed from our own, but the human spirit that endures there is something we can all learn from. If this story moved you, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing for more journeys into the past. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.